Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family. So be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today, I am finally able to sit down and do another installment of my top 10 palettes in a specific color category. Up in it today is the color blue. Now, as I was looking through my stash, I noticed I had a lot of predominantly blue eyeshadow palettes, so much so that I really didn't pull for too many that had other colors in the palettes. So I think you're definitely going to notice that. Like, I would say 7 out of the 10 are just purely blue palettes, and then a couple others you're gonna see a sprinkle of maybe red or coral or pink or brown or whatever the case. But I did, of course, film this look as I usually do for these videos. I do a quick little video at the end showing you how I got this look using one of the top 10 blue eyeshadow palettes that I'll be featuring in today's video. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. And guys, as usual, I will have all the makeup that I am discussing linked in the description box if it is still available, because I think there's a couple palettes that are just not in stock at the moment, some that will be restocked very soon. So definitely want to check the description box also for any of the other makeup that I'm wearing that you might like. Everything is going to be linked in the description box, and some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I'm excited for today's video because it's been a long time coming. I think I promised you guys blue back in December, and here we are already heading out of January. Oh my goodness, better late than never, guys. And guys, I will tell you this right now, spoiler alert, the next video I do in this series will be neutral palettes. So if you guys want to see the top 10 blue eyeshadow palettes currently in my stash and how I got this look right here, keep on watching. All right, guys, these palettes are again gonna be in no particular order. They are just the top 10 blue eyeshadow palettes currently in my stash. And guys, what I noticed is that I have a lot of blue shadows sprinkled in a lot of other palettes. So this was really a challenge, but I think I narrowed it down to a good group. And I really wanted to try, just because I had so much blue, I really wanted to try and just narrow it down to palettes that were predominantly blue. So let's start first with ColourPop, and this is the Hello Kitty quad. This is the Coco Cutie palette. This was released over the summer, and I love it. You get 2 mattes, 2 shimmer shades, and you get Hello Kitty on the front. I'm a sucker for Hello Kitty. Grew up with Hello Kitty, still love Hello Kitty to this day, and this was a solid little quad. Like all of them, I think there were 4 different quads. I picked up the entire collection because it's just too cute. And this blue one performed really, really well. I think they are still in stock. I think you can actually buy the entire collection. I think that might still be available on Ulta or ColourPop. Wherever I can find it, I will have it linked. And I do like that it comes with a little mirror. It's just a cute little palette to add to your stash. Another one from ColourPop, also another quad, very recent release, is this one right here. This is from the Stay Jewel collection, and this is a Set on Sapphire palette. This is a really good quad. Again, 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. You get a little bit of the cool tones in here. This is a really nice bluish green palette, bluish green gray eyeshadow palette. Really solid from ColourPop. The entire Stay Jewel collection, which I believe were 6 quads. I did a video over it, so I'll have that linked up above. And guys, I will have all of the corresponding videos in the description box so you can check out, because I think I have videos on all the palettes. There might be 1 or 2 that I don't, but I know for sure I have this one. Again, this was a very recent release, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I'm pretty sure it is still in stock on the ColourPop website. Set on Sapphire, it's a good one to add. Next up, we have another kind of a recent release, and it's the one from Glamlite. This is their Icee collection, and this is the blue raspberry palette. I mean, you want a full-on blue palette that's going to give you some depth and dimension. definitely look to this one. I want to say this retails for $35. You do get a mirror up here, and you are getting 12 different shades. The Glamlite formula is awesome. They have an amazing matte formula, an amazing shimmer formula especially, and this was a pretty solid performing blue palette. Very, very pigmented. And who doesn't love Icees? I grew up on Icee. I grew up more on the Coca-Cola Icee and on the cherry Icee, and I did buy the cherry palette. It's the red palette that goes along with this one, and I did do videos on both of them, so you can definitely check the description box for some looks using this palette. But if you're looking for just a full-on blue palette that's going to give you a little bit more options than a quad will, check this one out from Glamlite. It's a goodie. Next up is a palette that may or may not be controversial, and some of you might have it in your stash and others might be, no way, I am not going to add this to my stash. But whatever the case, it is a solid performing palette, and I'm talking about the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood eyeshadow palette. I got this in one of the mystery boxes that he had a couple years ago, and I didn't buy this on its initial release, but when I got that mystery box and saw that this was in here, I was like, wow, because I had been looking at that palette and I'd been eyeing it and I wanted it, and I was so happy that I was able to get it in the mystery box. Guys, this is a very good palette. The blue shades are awesome. I like that he gave us some neutrals in there, and we do get a couple pops of green, but the blend, the pigment on this, I mean, it's good. It's a good palette. It was hard for me not to include it just because I've always been drawn to this palette because the shadows are really good. I do like the packaging. You know, it's different. It's Jeffree Star. This is, you know, what he does. He's all about packaging. I don't think you're ever going to get an eyeshadow palette that is going to be a blue coffin. So the entire thing is probably a little bit controversial, but the shadows do perform. And I know for those of you that have this palette, I'm pretty sure that you do enjoy it. You can find this on the Beautylish website, the Beauty Bay website, of course on his website. So if you want to check this palette out, it's definitely on those retailers' websites. Next up is the first of two palettes from Juvia's place. This is a fairly new one. This is the Olori Chew palette. I have done a video on this as well. This palette only gives us one matte shade, and it is this one right here, but that's enough. You can go in very light-handed with this shade and slowly start blending it in the crease, and then you can add more pigment and pressure, and you can build it up into the crease and outer corner, and then you can apply any one of these shimmer shades. This is a beautiful palette from Juvia's place. To my knowledge, this one is only available on the Juvia's website. It retails for $15, but you know Juvia's is always having amazing sales, so I'm pretty sure you can find this for maybe around 10 or 12 bucks when it's on sale, but the shimmers are fantastic. This is a beautiful little 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and if you don't really like working with blue shadow all that much, but you still want to add a little bit of the color into your stash, this is a fantastic option. Next up is one of the Cutie palettes from Nabla Cosmetics, and this is the Midnight palette. I picked this up when it was released from the Ulta Beauty website, and is my camera gonna focus on this? Here we go. So you can see we definitely have some variation in the blue shades, and then we have this one kind of out of place little copper shade. I don't mind it. I don't mind this at all. You can use this on the lower lash line. You can even use it on the inner corner, or you can do it all over the lid and then allow the blue shades to be on the lower lash line. There's a lot of versatility with it, but I know some have said it's a little awkward or it's a misplaced color that probably shouldn't be in this palette. I don't mind it. It's something different. This was a nice 6-pan palette to work with. I do like that they gave us this really deep navy blue in a matte shade. I think that is fantastic. And then this shimmer shade, this isn't an intense shimmer, so it's more of like a satin shimmer, so to speak. And then the other shades and textures in here, they all complement each other so beautifully, and I do like that we get a mirror up here as well. I want to say these palettes retail for like 20 bucks, and if it's still available, of course, it will be linked in the description box. Next up is a palette that I know is no longer in stock, and unfortunately it is definitely not going to come back, but search your local TJ Maxx and Ross for the BH Cosmetics Bubblegum Palette. A lot of you have been telling me that you have been seeing the Sweet Shop palettes in TJ Maxx, in Ross, in Marshalls, and if you can find it, pick it up ASAP. You guys know what's going on with BH Cosmetics. They recently filed for bankruptcy, so this is definitely not going to be making a reappearance. It did come back in 2021. They did bring back all the Sweet Shop palettes, but that was the one and only time. This is a solid performing blue eyeshadow palette. You get the 4 mattes on the bottom, the 4 amazing shimmer shades on the top. Please grab this palette, if anything, for sentimental value. If you're a fan of BH Cosmetics and you don't have this in your stash, if you see it at TJ Maxx, if you see it at Marshalls or any stores like that, pick it up, guys, because this is definitely gone for good. Next, I have another palette from BH Cosmetics that if you can't find the Sweet Shop palette, consider picking this one up if you can find this one. This is from the Poison Shock collection, and this is the Sub-Zero palette. This palette features 3 matte shades and 6 shimmer shades, as all of these Poison Shock palettes do. I did a review over all 6 of these Poison Shock palettes, and this was a good one. This was a really nice palette. I love the variation in depth and tone that we get in this palette, in particular from the matte shades. You have something light to start with, something medium to blend out with, and something deeper to darken up the look with. I think those are the perfect blue shades, and then you have these very pretty complementary shimmer shades. Beautiful inner corner highlights right here, and then of course you can mix and match these on the lower lash line and on the lid. This is a really nice palette. If you can find it still in stock, I want to say the BH Cosmetics website had some of these in stock still. Pick this one up. I think Ulta has since sold out of these, but if it's there, I'll have it linked to wherever I can find it, and if I can't find it, unfortunately, you know, it's not going to be linked, but this is a good one if you come across it. Next up, we have an eyeshadow palette that I think it's sold out, but I don't know if it's coming back. I want to say it might be restocked, not entirely sure, and it is from Juvia's Place. This is the Wahala 2 palette. This is a beautiful palette. This is a larger palette, obviously, and look at those beautiful blue, purple, green shades in here. I love this palette. It is so, so pretty. You do get 1, 2, 3. There are 3 pressed glitters in here, so if pressed glitter isn't for you, stay clear of it. You have a whole bunch of other shades to choose from. I have just enjoyed using this palette so, so much. I love it. It's colorful, it's fun. This is exactly what I gravitate towards, and the Juvia's Place quality is phenomenal. And last but not least, the palette that I currently have on my eyes right now, and that will be restocked on January 28th, is this one from Menagerie Cosmetics. This is the Indigo Ink eyeshadow palette. I love this palette so, so much. This was my second purchase from Menagerie Cosmetics, and those of you that follow Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, you'll be happy to know that they are bringing back her Serenity eyeshadow palette. That is a beautiful palette that I've talked about several times on my channel. This is the same great quality as that palette, and they both restock on January 28th. I will give you guys an alert here on YouTube in the community section of my channel, as well as on Instagram, in case you want to pick this one up. It is what I have on my eyes right now. Menagerie Cosmetics has a great formula, both matte and shimmer shades. I love the color story of this so, so much. I think they did a fantastic job with it, as well as the Serenity palette from Annette's Makeup Corner. If you're able to pick up any one of them or both, I definitely don't think you will regret that purchase. But this is what I chose to play with today. I hadn't reached for it in a while, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to break it out today and use it on my eyes. And I absolutely love the way this look came out. It's going to be easier than you think to achieve this look. We have all matte going on top, and then I saved the shimmer for the lower lash line. Let's now jump into the quick tutorial portion over this look, and then I will wrap up today's video.
I said, hey, hey, do you feel the way that I do? I said, hey, hey, do you feel the way that I do? I said, hey, hey, do you feel the way that I do? I said, hey, feel the way that I do? Do you feel the way that I do?
Alright guys, so those are the top 10 blue eyeshadow palettes that I currently have in my stash. Once again, it was a little difficult to pick or just to narrow this down to 10 because I found that I have a lot of blue in a lot of palettes. I guess blue and green, those are the shades that I gravitate towards the most. And you can clearly tell I love colorful makeup because I just have so many colorful eyeshadow palettes. But the next video in this series is going to be neutral. So we're going to tone it down a bit because the last few videos have all been color. I've done purple, pink, blue, green, and now we're gonna head into neutral shadows. So definitely stay tuned for that. I don't want to say exactly when it's going up, but I'm assuming it'll go up within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely stay tuned. But now I want to hear from you guys. What are some of your favorite blue eyeshadow palettes that you currently have in your stash? Or do you even like blue eyeshadow? Leave it in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated guys, drink your water, cheers, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.